Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Rome. Today's a beautiful day, will be very hot today, but nevertheless I'm going to film a new episode, and the camera I will be using today is this puppy here. It's the Contax T2 in black, and of course I need some film, and this is the one I'm going to shoot today. It's Rollei Retro 80S. It's a really nice black and white film. It's more sensitive to infrared than other films, so it might give me a cool look. And it's also very contrasty. The only issue is it's 80 speed, so it's very slow. And in the shade that might not be enough. So, but this camera has a built-in flash, so I might have to use it in case there's not enough light. So yeah, I would say without further ado, Contax T2, Rollei Retro 80S, Rome, let's go.
Developing and scanning was kindly provided by Carmencitalab. If you want to check them out, the link will be in the description box down below. In case you're wondering about how I exposed the film, the camera is using the DX code to figure out the ISO, and the exposure compensation was set to 0, so it was exposed at box speed. Alright guys, here are the prints, and before we talk about these, let me just mention one thing quickly. And when you use this camera, the Context T2, and you are shooting flash, so you can set the camera to flash here. That means you don't have control about the aperture, and in general you don't have control about the shutter speed. So if you're using the flash, it's pretty much in full auto mode. So this can become an issue, especially if you shoot a low ISO film like this one. And then basically what can happen is the shutter speed gets pretty long. And if you use the flash, then you will drag the shutter and you get some motion blur. And even if you don't use the flash, if you don't want that, so you're out of luck. Anyway, so let's talk about the prints. I guess most of you are not familiar with the film, the Rollei Retro ADS. It's a really nice film. I shot it at box speed, and one thing you can clearly see is that it has a really nice contrast, even though it's not pushed or anything, and very low grain. There's very prominent, and you also can see the skin tones get really bright. So yeah, that's what I really like about this film. I really like the look, and that is my main takeaway from this episode, I think, for a lot of you that have never shot this film. So it's a really great film, and I can highly recommend shooting it. I mean, it's fairly slow, but it looks absolutely awesome. Okay, let's talk about this one here. Yeah, I like the moment. I like that he's smiling, and you can clearly see that he's fine. I took his photo. He doesn't care. It's not a problem. All right, next one is this guy eating his ice cream, and here you can see what I was talking about. Maybe there's some motion blur going on here. It's okay, but I wish it would not be there. And also the framing is a little bit off because of the shutter lag the camera has, because I'm still not used to it. And yeah, I mean, overall I like this moment. I like how he's just eating his ice cream and it's melting away, and because it was very hot, it was like 35 degrees Celsius, or I think it was a little bit over 35 degrees even. Next one, yeah, this one. So these two women here, they, I think for them was maybe a little too sunny outside, so they have like this umbrella on their, wearing an umbrella on their hats, which is kind of funny. It's not perfectly in focus, but like I said, the problem is because if you use flash, you cannot set your aperture, otherwise I would have stopped it down, but it's not possible here, so then it would be perfectly in focus. But I mean, it's alright. And also here, as you can see, the blacks are really black and the highlights really nice, so it's really nice contrast. Alright, let's move on to this one, the last one. The same applies here. There's some motion blur. It's not too bad, and I guess this was shot wide open. It almost looks like it because the depth of field is very shallow. In here with a face shield and a mask, I guess in I don't know, 10-20 years, this will look really, really strange. So I think if you take this into consideration, an image like this can be very nice to have, because like I said, in 20 years from now, people might not remember, or maybe for somebody that's really young and cannot really remember what's going on right now, this might be really interesting to see this. So, alright guys, that's it for today's episode. If you want to win these prints, just leave a comment below this video and I will pick a random winner within the first 24 hours this video goes live, and I will send the prints for you to you worldwide for free. And also, don't forget to check out one of my street photography zines. The link will be in the description box below. And yeah, guys, that's it. Hope you liked this video. And as always, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And we will see each other very soon in the next one. Until then, auf Wiedersehen.